Alright guys, hope you're all doing okay. Today's video is on supplements and what you actually need to grow. So today we'll focus on protein powders and creatine in particular. I spoke about protein powders in last week's Q&A. I thought I'd discuss in more detail the different types you can get, do you need them, what they do, etc. So some props for today's video. We've got protein whey. We've got clear whey isolate. They're two different forms of protein powder. And I've also got creatine monohydrate, a form of creatine. All three are very useful tools you can use. Are they required? Let's see. So firstly, protein. What is a protein powder and why do we need it, or why should we use it? So firstly, there are three macronutrients. We have fats, carbohydrates and protein. Protein is the one used to build muscle. That's what it does. So in an ideal world, we would all get our protein from whole foods. So it'd be from eggs, poultry, fish, dairy, all that kind of stuff. Less processed, healthier for you, better for you, you could argue. However, due to cost and I guess ease of use, we do use powders. So these protein powders, like I've got here, I've got the whey, I've got clear whey isolate. You can get others. You can get hemp, vegan, plant-based, casein, all sorts of stuff. And the goal of all these is to give your body that boost of protein that you require. It's worth saying as well, they also contain BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, which is why you shouldn't actually buy them separately. There's no need to. That's a different issue. How does protein actually work? Whether you consume it in whole food form or in powdered form, it's built up and made of amino acids. So when you digest those, they get broken apart and separated, and they get sent around the body to various areas that require them. So let's say you go for a workout, you'll be tearing the muscle fibers that you work. So that protein in your body will be sent to the various areas that require the protein, and they will help with the regrowth and a rebuilding process of making your muscles bigger. That's how it works, quite simply, or in a simple form. How much protein do you need per day? I've said it before, but for me, the golden area to go for is 0.8 grams up to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. I like 1 gram, just to keep the maths easier, and it works for me as well. Try it around, see what you like, and just stick to it, I suppose. I would also emphasise as well, if you underconsume protein, you'll be lacking in amino acids, you'll be lacking in muscle regrowth and rebuilding, which isn't what you want when you're trying to grow. If you overconsume, you might get some sort of kidney damage in the long run if you're unlucky. So is it worth the risk? Probably not. You'll have some pretty bad smelling farts too. So have your goal in mind, in grams per day, and just stick to that target. So do we need these powders and supplements of protein to see growth? No, we don't. Are they good to have and good to use? Yes. The choice is yours. For me personally, I'd rather see someone get their protein from whole foods. It's better for them. However, if they are short on time or whatever for one day, have a shake, it's fine. They are cheap too. I mean, I think this tub right here was £20 and it's 20 grams of protein per serving. So, it's so convenient. To summarise, are they required for growth? No. Do you need them? No. Are they good to have just in case? I would say so, yeah. Hope that helps with protein. So, type creatine, that magical powder and tablet. If you aren't taking this, then what are you playing at? You should be, alright? I'll tell you why. So creatine is very effective, extremely effective, and it's very cheap too, to be fair. I think this bag that I've got, maybe 20-ish quid, I think. £20, it's really cheap. It will make you appear a bit bigger and stronger, so why wouldn't you use it? It's safe to use for children, females, males, old, it doesn't matter. It's good to use, it's safe to use, and I recommend you do use it. Do you need it to reach your potential? Could argue no, if everything else is on point, if you're working out on point and eating on point. But I still would recommend there's no harm to it, there's no risk. Creatine monohydrate is the best to go for. There are a few kinds you can go for. The most effective version of creatine is monohydrate that I've got. So I've got a powder form. I'll show you the scoop now. Each day you only need to take kind of 4 or 5 grams. There's no loading phase required, so there's no phase of, you know, taking it in mass and then easing down. Just take 4 grams, 5 grams a day and you'll be fine. So this scoop that I've got here, that's a 4 gram serving. That's all you need in each day. So it's not a lot, it takes 2 seconds to, you know, to drink. I'll keep the last part super simple. How does creatine actually work? So it'll make you bigger and stronger, we know this. So number 1, when it's in your body, it will increase the levels of ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. So during your working sets, you'll have more energy, therefore more power and therefore more strength. And also, it'll allow more water to hold in your muscles and therefore appear bigger. They won't look puffy, they'll just look bigger. So yeah, great. So to recap, do you need them? You don't need them, no. Do I recommend them? I do recommend them, yeah. I recommend that the protein powder less. I would say get your protein from whole foods if possible. If not, then, you know, a shake here and there is absolutely fine. This, however, recommend use this. You'll see size and strength gains. So yeah, there you go. There we go, guys. It's all settled for you. Hopefully it all makes sense and you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.